Augusta rocks! Camp Augusta rocks!
Camp Augusta rocks!
Camp Augusta rocks!
It's the best camp I've ever gone to. Yeah, ever.
The camp was founded in 1931 and it was donated by Frida Ehrman, and she was a woman that lived in Piedmont, and she decided that she wanted to have a camp for children of Piedmont. And in California there are very few camps that are in this situation, which is an independent camp that was donated for a specific population. So we are quite unique in that regard. And she wasn't interested in running the summer camp herself though, so she let Campfire, which was a large force in Piedmont at the time, and she had them basically run it. And they did so for about 60 years.
Oh, I think one of my favorite memories is being in the lodge and being on the stage of the lodge and that magnificent building. It's one of the most beautiful buildings. It has a tremendous feeling about it. And the stage was magnificent. Of course, when I was a little girl, I thought that stage was gigantic.
They did a video in 1991 about kind of the reflection of the spirit of Camp Augusta when it was an all-girls camp and a campfire camp, and the traditions that they had there, the vast majority of which we still maintain. Like at the opening campfire, we all still throw a stick in the fire and say our name and what we're looking forward to. And so we still do that, and we still do a lot of singings and a lot of the same songs. And the Camp Augusta song is the same Camp Augusta song it's been since 1931.
Camp Augusta, we love you. Boom.
So I think those kinds of traditions are really important to keep, because that's one thing when alumni drop back, even though it was a all single gender camp for all those years, and they come back and they hear the Camp Augusta song, they're like, oh, that was the most, amazing thing. I can't believe you guys still sing that song, and you still call it, Gypsy Falls, and you still do this and that, and all these kinds of traditions. And so a lot of those are still alive, but it changed to a co-ed camp because the goal was to serve the children of Piedmont. We offer an enormous variety of activities. We offer nearly 80 different activities, and we need a lot of people that are able to teach these things. I need people who can do fire spinning, I need people who can do archery, I know people who know how to canoe, I need lots of lifeguards, I need a ceramicist, I need someone who can do stained glass, I need a woodworker, I need someone who can do silk painting, I need equestrian specialists, all these different skill sets. And usually people don't have a dozen skill sets that they can teach to a high level. So I also need a good number of staff that have a diversity of skills. You want to be able to hit what you're aiming for in one shot. And with this, you cannot use your mind anymore because your mind won't help you. It is not a matter of aiming. Because you have one shot, you're not able to aim. You have to use your gut, your instinct. Or, as Star Wars, use the Force. The reason that I came to Camp Augusta, one of many, is because this camp is small. We have 90 campers, and with the 42 staff, we kind of fall under that 140 range, so that there are the connections where the campers can walk up, and the campers know every staff person's name here, and they see me around all the time, they know who I am, and if you sit down at any table, after about the third day, I know all the campers.
These are all the bracelets that you can earn for doing different activities, like archery and fire spinning, mountain board, ropes, etc. And so far I've got level 1 and 2 on canoeing, and I'm probably going to get level 3 today. And I've got level 1 in archery.
And we have these little bracelets that are colorful, and we take them and we melt them around the children's wrists. And they signify an accomplishment that they've made of some sort, whether it be getting so many points at archery or a certain level in climbing, all sorts of activities. And they will still be wearing a row of bracelets of their various accomplishments, and they know what those bracelets are. I can ask them, be like, what was that? Oh, that's level 2 archery. Oh, that's level 3, canoeing, and then we had to tip the boat, and then we had to do this, and they can tell you what the criteria are.
This is a crossbow draw. If I'm paddling on the left, and I want to move my boat to the right, I'm going to bring my paddle all the way over, and I'm going to pull it to the right. You see that?
Oh, okay.
Pretty sweet. Only someone in the bow is going to do a crossbow draw.
Okay.
Me and her are about to do something called Giant's Ladder. And
Yeah, we're doing Giant's Ladder.
Walk up. You have to climb up this really, really tall ladder, and then you have to go across a log, and then you have to put your feet through these things that are attached to a pole, and then you have to jump from this platform.
Tug of war.
Tug of war.
Do people stand on logs? There's like 2 stumps, like maybe as long as this. Yeah. Maybe a little shorter than this thing.
And you have to balance.
You have to stay on that, and you can't let go of the rope.
And there's
And
two
if you let go of the rope or step off this, then you're out.
Yeah, if you fall off.
She went through the whole line.
She went through like 29 people.
Yeah.
We want things to be difficult. We don't want children to learn the lesson that life is easy and that goals are quickly accomplished. Many things, or most things in life, are accomplished by working at them for a good amount of time and experiencing failure along the way. And that is why it is important that it is difficult to achieve the levels that you're here. And I think that's why the children are far more proud of their bracelets and they're willing to wear them, because it wasn't something they attained easily. It came through trying several hours of a given activity and maybe 1 or 2 summers before they finally advanced one more level in a given activity. And I think that's one of the reasons why we have such a high return rate. We have one of the highest return rates of any camp in California. About 75% of the kids come back again. And I think the reason they come back is because they like who they are when they're here. They like that they're challenged, and they like that they have a lot of freedoms and responsibility, but they're also held at the same time by the counselors and the staff so that they can't go too far afield or get hurt when you're on the climbing ropes. You're always safe, but you still have the risk. If you've ever been 50 feet in the air, you're like, oh, I know this is safe, but you still have butterflies in your stomach the first time you do it, for sure.
Great.
At the beginning, I was just like,
Yeah.
Did you think you were going to be able to get all the way to the top?
oh, I guess I could have gone all the way.
You did go all the way.
did go all the
Tom.
way.
You touched it, bud. You were there.
Yeah, but I couldn't get all the way to the right hand side because
You still got to the top.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you ring the bell. You're still at the top. Give me 5, dude.
And I'm going to be doing mountain boarding, archery, and then high ropes course. Mountain boarding, it's
really fun.
It's like a skateboard, and then it has a rope tied to the front of it, and that's kind of like what helps you stop.
Yeah, it helps you stop, and
And you're going
if you're good at skateboarding, you'll definitely be good at mountain boarding.
There are something like 100 summer camps in California. And we are different from most of those camps in that we really focus quite a bit on child development as much as fun. And we structure the day very much to target the children's development.
Okay, what do you think we make our tools out of?
Rocks
And for hunting and for
Rocks and sticks.
We do 2-week staff training. We go through several hours of coaching how to coach children in their social skills and their emotional development. And we use the same model that they would use in a master's counseling program.
Thank you, gentlemen. And I thank you doing business with Sheriff Randall, my clan. And you all have a wonderful day now. Keep digging hard, and I'll see you all again real soon.
And now for the miners, a lot of people came out here for the gold rushes, as I'm sure you guys learned in your classes and stuff, and not all of them struck it rich.
We're learning about the gold rush, that's why we're here, and there's this skit that people are doing, and you're trying to see what's better, like what you like doing more, is being an Indian or a miner.
The key creeks in the gold mining days, and it was one of the most heavily gold panned creeks.